Hello, YouTube community. It's Robert S., and welcome back to Robscure Music. Today is April 17th, 2025, and I have more physical media to show you. I did pick up a few CDs, but I don't have those available right now, so I'm not going to show those. But I do want to show some of the vinyl, both new vinyl that I picked up at Record Store Day, some older vinyl I picked up at various stores, and some free vinyl that I found or rescued, shall we say, from the side of the road. Somebody was getting rid of these, and I thought, why not? And it's going to be quite an interesting collection. So with that said, let's start with the Record Store Day items. I picked up Elton John live at the Rainbow Theater with Ray Cooper. I've listened to this. This is a great album. It's got some of the more unusual, or let's say deeper cuts. The Greatest Discovery. He does Cage the Songbird, Where to Now St. Peter, Sweet Painted Lady, Idol, I Feel Like a Bullet in the Gun of Robert Ford, Roy Rogers, and Dan Dare, Pilot of the Future. So, really nice to have that. I also picked up, somewhat more obscure, the 13th Floor Elevators. And this has got, I've got Levitation, Roller Coaster, Reverberation is on here. What else? You're Gonna Miss Me. And honestly, I wasn't as impressed with this as I thought I would be. It's okay. Takes maybe a few listens to get used to it. But I do like the 13th Floor Elevators. I also picked up, and I know a lot of people have shown this already, John and Yoko, Plastic Ono Band, Power to the People. This is the Record Store Day EP with both John and one Yoko songs on it in a nice yellow vinyl, which I will show you, as so many others have done before me. It's upside down, but let's see. There we go. Very nice. And I do have another Record Store Day item that I purchased online because my record store did not have it. And I really wasn't sure if I wanted it, but it's the Vicki Peterson and John Cowsill. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Long Fire or something. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, it's Vicki Peterson from the Bangles and John Cowsill, obviously from the Cowsills, from Beach Boys and other things that he's done. I've also picked up, we mentioned Elton John earlier. Here's his latest, Who Believes in Angels? This is with Brandi Carlile, who has done some work recently with Tanya Tucker, who is another one of my all-time favorites. This is a really good album. I enjoyed this a lot. So, good to have this. It's a gatefold, but it's still in the plastic, in the shrink wrap, so I haven't actually looked inside to see what's in there. I also picked up, although this wasn't on Record Store Day, it is an older Record Store Day item, Jethro Tull, Moths. I can't remember if I showed this in one of my other videos, but I don't think I did. I've also somewhat recently gotten into some of the older Peter Frampton albums. So I saw this one. It was a pretty decent price. And this has the single I Can't Stand It No More. It's called Where I Should Be. And glad to add that to my collection. I also picked up, and I think some of these were Savers items. This is Willie Nelson, City of New Orleans. show you that track listing. I also have Willie Nelson and Roger Miller. Old friends. Keeping on the country vein, Hank Williams Jr.'s greatest hits. You know his songs? He's quite a character. More country, Loretta Lynn's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Show you that track listing. Coal Miner's Daughter, I Want to Be Free, You Look at the Country, Your Squaws on the Warpath, Hey Loretta, Love is a Foundation. And speaking of Squaws on the Warpath, there it is. Your squaw is on the warpath. Loretta Lynn. They don't make album covers like this anymore. Anyway, there's a track listing. We'll go from there to Steam. Not on Hey Hey, Kiss Him Goodbye. And Come On Back and Love Me. Apparently that was a hit. Don't remember that one. Haven't listened to this yet, but what a god-awful cover. Then I picked up Alessi. This is the Alessi brothers, who were part of Barnaby Bye, one of my favorite local 70s groups. As Alessi, they had a number of different albums. This was one that I did not have, Longtime Friends. I think it's maybe one of the last ones. And this is a promotional item. So I was happy to find that. And then we've got Joni Mitchell, Miles of Aisles. And this is a really good album. Show you that track listing. And You Turn Me On. I got I'm a Radio, Big Yellow Taxi, Woodstock. I mean, Cactus Street. There's so many good songs on here. So glad to add that to my collection. Now, some of those albums that I rescued. And this isn't even all of them. These are the less strange ones. Okay? A Little Night Music, rather. Eine kleine Nachtmusik. So, got a little bit of classical music. And in that same collection, they had Korean lyric songs. So, the household obviously had some Korean people in it, perhaps, who like classical music. We've also got, and this is all from the same group, Marlo Thomas and Friends, Free to Be You and Me. And what else, pray tell, could they have in there? Korean lyric songs. Again. And, come on. More Korean lyric songs. So I'm thinking these two are related somehow. And if you haven't had your fill of Korean music yet, even more. And again, I like world music, so let me see if I like Korean music. What else could this household have had in their music collection? George Benson. What? Give Me the Night. And maybe they had a younger person in the household. I don't know. Rat. Okay, Dancing Undercover. And I thought my collection was odd. And of course, they must have celebrated Christmas because they had the Andy Williams Christmas album. Happy holidays. They also enjoyed a little ABBA, Voulez-Vous. And what record collection every record collection must have a little Frank Sinatra. And then we go back to some classical. Tchaikovsky, Swan Lake Ballet Suite, Sleeping Beauty, the Philadelphia Orchestra with Eugene Ormandy as the conductor. I love oh my God, I love Tchaikovsky is what I'm trying to say. We have Sibelius, Symphony No. 2 in D, The Swan of Tunela. We have some Beethoven, Rubinstein, and Barenboim. And this is the Emperor Concerto. We have Maestro, Segovia. Albanese, whoever that is, sings Puccini. Madame Butterfly. And La Bohemia, all kinds of stuff on here. More classical. Oh, and then back to Christmas. Gospel songs at Christmas. Shirley Caesar. And Charles Taylor, Swan Silverstones, The Stars of Faith, The Gospel Starlets, The Harrell Singers, Reverend James Cleveland, and Raymond Raspberry Singers. And then finally, I rescued 101 Strings Orchestra plays a tribute to Elvis Presley. So all of those are free. Are they worth listening to more than once? We shall see. Anyway, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching this. I'll try to get more videos out. I actually have not even completed my trip to Costa Rica videos yet. I think I have 2 or 3 more coming. So stay tuned. And until next time, be well. And remember, if the music strikes a chord, let it play.